Good morning. On behalf of World Buddhist Culture Trust, in collaboration with India International Center, I welcome you to Bansuri Stotra, celebrating the play of breath. Bansuri, or flute, is a wind instrument where breath plays a major role. Breath also symbolizes life. So, in a way, today's program is an invocation as well as celebration of life. We begin with the lighting of the ceremonial lamp, and for this, I invite Lama Dugum Tulku. We have in our midst Shrimati Sudhamahi Raghunathan. Sudhamahi Raghunathan ji is former Vice Chancellor, Jain Vishwa Bharati Institute, Deemed University, Ladnu, Rajasthan. An author and translator, she has been associated with projects of Lama Dubum Tulku for more than 30 years now. She has recently worked with Lama Dubum Tulku on his memoirs. I request her to kindly speak a few words by way of introduction.
Namaskar and good morning to everybody. It's always a pleasure to be a part of a program presented by Sadhana. Thank you, Sadhana. My salutations to Rinpoche, salutations to Venerable Ananda, to Venerable Sonam Rinchen, and greetings to all of you on a lovely day when winter is threatening to go past and a hot summer is round the corner. Welcome to all of you to a beautiful program celebrating the play of breath. When some air is breathed into a being, the being becomes alive. When that air goes into a bamboo stem, it becomes a flute and produces music. Is it air that goes into that bamboo stem, or is it breath? I have a beautiful story, but it's a story. That once upon a time, the Buddha was sitting in a forest with his disciples, and he was perhaps giving them a teaching. In the other side of the forest, there were 4 youngsters. They had come for a picnic. With them was a beautiful young woman. They were having fun. They enjoyed themselves, and fatigued with all the pleasures, they slept off. When they woke up, they found all their belongings had been robbed. They had none of the jewelry that they were wearing, the cash that they were carrying, the silver and the gold that they had brought along. Nothing was there, and nor was that girl. So they ran frantically and they came upon the Buddha sitting there peacefully and with his disciples. And he said, "Have you seen her, that girl?" He said, "Who?" They said, "You know that girl, and this is what happened, and we are chasing her. We are trying to find her." So the Buddha is supposed to have asked them, is it more important to find them or to find yourself? Now, that was too intense a question. The four young men stopped. They didn't know what to say. And as the Buddha took the conversation along, he saw one of the youngsters having a flute in his hand. So he said, "Do you play the flute?" That boy said, "Yes, I do." So he said, "Why don't you play?" So he played. Afterwards, he's supposed to have asked the Buddha, "Will you play?" Because you were listening so intently. Everybody laughed. How can you ask a monk to play a flute, the flute? But the Buddha said, "Yes, I will." And he played, and he played so beautifully that they were all enraptured. And seeing them, he laughed after he finished, and he said, "You know, I used to play the flute long, long ago. For many years now, I have not played." But they asked, "Isn't practice what makes you perfect? How come then, after having not played the flute for so long, you are playing it so beautifully?" He said, to reach excellence in anything, you have to know the unsurpassed beauty that lies within. Once you know that unsurpassed beauty that lies within, you reach excellence in whatever you do. The first step towards that is to be mindful, to be in the present, in the now, he's supposed to have said. Towards that first step, in the now, Lama Dobum Tulku has got us chanting on the white Tara to bless the moment with full of love, quiet joy, and longevity and promise for a bright future. This becomes all the more auspicious and all the more significant when I tell you another story. Almost about 80 years ago, in the Gashi region of Kham province in Tibet, a couple named Tashi Paljor and Loyak had a baby boy. This was one day after the Tibetan New Year, Losar. They had lit butter lamps on Losar, as was the convention. And normally the butter lamps would stay lit for about an hour or 2 hours maybe. But that day, that year, the lamps kept on burning till the next day morning when the child was born. Our child must be special, thought the parents, like every parent does. But then their child was very special because within 2 years of that child being born, he was identified as a reincarnation of Dobum. And today we call him Lama Dobum Tulku. Over the past few years, I've been working with him on his memoirs, and I've learned so many interesting, what should I say, nuggets of wisdom passed on only with humor. There's no preaching. There's no, I'm an ordinary man, he says, and I'm writing an ordinary story of an ordinary life. So I'll tell you a few instances. There was a personal attendant of his called Gaga. And Gaga was, the distinctive feature about Gaga was that he was there with the previous Dobum. And Lama Dobum Tulku grew up in Dobum Ritro, which was near Darghe Monastery. And somebody who visited them gave this little Rinpoche a bottle of jam. Now, nobody there knew how to eat jam. So every night before going to bed, the little chubby young Rinpoche would be called by his personal attendant Gaga and given a spoonful of jam for good health. And he would enjoy that jam and go to bed. Then, when he was crossing over from Tibet to India, well, he found a guide. That guide said, "I'll take you, not to worry, I know the way." And what was his landmark? A rock. Now, what happened? There was a snowstorm. And where was the rock? Because everything was snow. But they found their way to India, thank God. And what do you think he met with in India when he came? Half a lifebuoy soap in the refugee camp. So there are so many stories like that about the blue bee, about the turquoise bee and the golden bee. But I can't tell you everything because you have to buy the book. So, with those few words, and once again from all of us, wishing Rinpoche a very happy birthday. But that's what I said. Today, 80 years ago, he was born in Kham region. So we seek your blessings and we pray to White Tara and celebrate life today with the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you for wishing him, because Lama had forbidden me explicitly not to mention that it was his birthday in the beginning. He said, say it in the end if you have to. We will now be joined online by Venerable Olande Ananda Thera from Sri Lanka. He will be chanting auspicious verses in Pali. Bhikkhu Olande Ananda Thera was born in Amsterdam and ordained as a Buddhist monk in Sri Lanka in 1975 by Most Venerable Davuldena Yanasara Mahatnayaka Thera. He teaches meditation around Europe, Australia, and at the Theosophical Society, Chennai. Since 1997, he is resident meditation practitioner at Pagoda Meditation Center, Pagoda, Nugegoda, Sri Lanka. Bhikkhu Olande Ananda Thera. Okay.
Lamaji, I wish you a very long, healthy, happy, peaceful life. And I do that in this case in the form of chanting some of Buddha's shlokas in the Pali language. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa sabbitiyo vivajjantu sambarogo vinasatu mate bhavatu antarayo sukhi digayuko bhava bhavatu samba mangalang rakhantu samba devata samba buddhanubhavena sada sati bhavantu te bhavatu samba mangalang rakhantu samba devata samba dhammanubhavena sada sati bhavantu te bhavatu samba mangalang rakhantu samba devata Samba Sanghanubhavena Sada Sati Bhavantu Te Dakhatya Kubhutanang Papagani Varana Parittassanubhavena Hantu Te Sang Ubhadave Devo Vassatu Kalena Sassa Sampatti Hetucha Tiko Bhavatu Loko Cha Raja Bhavatu Dhammiko. That's it. Kept it short as we started a bit late.
Thank you. After the chanting of the auspicious verses in Pali, Srimati Subhadra Desai will be chanting verses in praise of 21 taras, focusing on white tara to heal and nourish life and breath. The white tara or the Sita tara bestows longevity, merit, and wisdom. She is associated with long life. She is another representation of compassion, and she is pictured as being endowed with 7 eyes to symbolize the watchfulness of the compassionate mind. Subhadra Desai ji is a classical vocalist of Hindustani genre whose performances have drawn attention for their contemplative character. As a researcher and academic, she has worked on the oral traditions of Vedic chanting and has taught Sanskrit at Delhi University. She is an empaneled artist with ICCR and an A-grade artist of All India Radio. She has composed music for ancient Sanskrit and Pali texts in classical ragas and has presented them as theme-based recitals. These range from Upanishadic hymns based on the philosophy of Advaita to Vedic hymns, Jayadev's Ashtapadis, and Buddhist texts from Dhammapada and Sutta Nipata. Subhadraji's works include music in Valmiki's Ramayana and several researched articles on Indian music and culture. Her second book, Indian Women Seers and Their Songs, The Unfettered Note, was released in March 2017. She has been engaged as honorary faculty at the Gandhar Mahavidyalaya, New Delhi, and visiting faculty of performing arts and Sanskrit at Ashok University, in addition to her performance schedules. She is now faculty at University of Silicon Andhra in California. Subhadra Desai ji.
नमस्तारे तुरे वीरे तुक्तारे भयनाशिनी नमस्तारे तुरे वीरे तुक्तारे भयनाशिनी तुरे सर्वार्थ दातारे स्वाहाकारे नमोस्तुते नमस्तारे तुरे वीरे क्षणद्युति निभे क्षणे त्रैलोक्यनाथ वक्त्राब्ज विकसत् केसरोद्भवे नमः शतशरच्चन्द्र सम्पूर्ण पटलानने तारा सहस्रनिकरे प्रहसत्किरणो ज्वले नमः शरच्चन्द्र नमः शतशरच्चन्द्र सम्पूर्ण पटलानन तारा सहस्रन करे प्रहसत किरणों ज्वले ओम तारे तुतारे तुरे मम आयु पुण्य ज्ञान पुष्टिम ओम तारे तुतारे तुरे मम आयु पुण्य ज्ञान पुष्टिम कुरु ओम तारे तुतारे तुरे मम आयु पुण्य ज्ञान पुष्टिम कुरु स्वाहा 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 नमः कनकनीलाब्ज पाणि पद्म विभूषिते दानवीर्य तपक्षान्ति तितिक्षा ध्यान गोचरे नमस्तथागतोष्णीष विजयानन्तचारिणी निःशेष पारमिता प्राप्त जिनपुत्र निषेवते नमस्तुत्तारे हुंकार पूरिताशा दिगंतरे सप्तलोकक्रमाक्रान्ते निःशेषाकर्षणे क्षमे नमः शक्रानल ब्रह्म मरुद्विश्वेश्वरार्चिते भूतवेताल गन्धर्व गणयक्ष पुरस्कृते नमस्तडिति फट्कार परयंत्र प्रमर्दिनी प्रत्यालीढ पदन्यासे शिखिज्वालाकुलोज्वले नमस्तुरे महाघोरे मारुवीरविनाशिनी भ्रुकुटीकृतवक्त्राब्ज सर्वशत्रुनिषूदिनी नमस्त्रिरत्नमुद्राङ्क हृद्यङ्गुलिविभूषिते भूषिताशेषदिक्चक्र निकरस्वकराकुले नमः प्रमुदिताटोप मुकुटाक्षिप्तमालिनी हसत्प्रसत्तुत्तारे मारलोकवशङ्करी नमः समन्तभूपाल पटलाकर्षणे क्षमे चलभ्रकुटिहुङ्कार सर्वापदविमोचनी नमः शिखशिखण्डेन्दु मुकुटाभरणोज्ज्वले अमिताभजटाभार भास्वरे किरणो ध्रुवे नमः कल्पान्तहुतभुज्ज्वाला मालान्तरे स्थिते आलीढमुद्रिताबद्ध रिपुचक्रविनाशिनी नमः करतलाघात चरणाहत भूतले भ्रुकुटीकृतहुङ्कार सप्तपातालभेदिनी नमः शिवे शुभे शान्ते शान्तनिर्वाणगोचरे स्वाहा प्रणवसंयुक्ते महापातकनाशिनी नमः प्रमुदिताबद्ध रिपुगात्र प्रभेदिनी दशाक्षरपदन्यासे विद्याहुङ्कारदीपिते नमस्तारे तुत्तुरे पादघात हुङ्कार बीजिते मेरुमन्दार विन्ध्यश्च भुवनत्रयचालिनी नमः सुरसराकार हरिणाङ्ककरे स्थिते तारद्विरुक्तवट्कारे अशेष विषनाशिनी नमः सुरगणाध्यक्ष सुरकिन्नरसेविते आबद्धमुदिता भोग कलिदुःस्वप्ननाशिनी नमश्चन्द्रार्कसम्पूर्ण नयनद्युतिर्भास्वरे हरद्विरुक्ततुत्तारे विषमज्वरनाशिनी नमस्कृतत्वत्वविन्यासे शिवशक्तिसमन्विते ग्रहवेतालयक्षोगनाशिनी प्रवरे तुरे नमस्कृतत्वविन्यासे शिवशक्तिसमन्विते ग्रहवेतालयक्षोगनाशिनी प्रवरे तुरे
Thank you, Subhadraji, for that very beautiful rendition. We will now present flute recital by Shri Ganesh Singh. He has been learning the flute for the past 18 years under the tutelage of Pandit Kailash Sharma. He has completed his post-graduation in music from Khairagarh University. He has presented his recitals for Astha, Sanskar, and for Doordarshan television channels. He has also performed at many music festivals and stage performances in various parts of the country. For the last 5 years, he has been teaching at the Gandharv Mahavidyalaya and at Andhra Education Society, New Delhi. On the tabla with him is Ujith Udaya Kumar, who is a disciple of Ustad Rafiuddin Sabri. He has been honored with the title of Dhruv Tara of India from the Honorable Vice President of India. Shri Ganesh Singh will today play the tunes of cheerful beings so that the life being healed by white Tara is spent joyfully. Please welcome Shri Ganesh Singh and Ujit Uday Kumar.
थोड़ा ऊपर You're now connected to Boatstone 170.
Thank you, Ganeshji and Ujitji, for your rendition. Joining us online from Thailand now is Sonam Rinchen, who has especially composed a well wishing poem in both language for this occasion. He will chant his poem and will play his flute in the same rhythm. Sonam Rinchen is from Ladakh and is a senior lecturer at the District Institute of Education and Training, Leh, Ladakh. He is currently in Thailand, undergoing MA in Buddhist Studies at the International Buddhist College, Sadao, Thailand. Sonam Rinchen.
La tang la min chu pan ji jamis pa mo la do te pa gon la do za pe do ma yom lang cha sa lo ta sezong ji khani mo ja Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurjana Subhinishita Tejo Rajaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparamite Pune Aparamita Pune Jnana Sambharo Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddhe Dharmate Gangana Samungate Swabhava Vishuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Swaha Om Vajra Ayushe Swaha Om Vajra Ayushe Swaha Om Amarani Jivante Swaha Om Amarani Jivante Swaha Om Amarani Jivante Swaha Jule Tashi Delek Ujulex, Bakrashis Bedelex. So before I perform or I give my chanting and flute playing, let me introduce Gen Janspal. Gen Janspal is a very good friend of Dobum Rinpoche. He is his Geweshesgen. So he was earlier teaching at Columbia University, New York, and right now he is in International Buddhist College, Thailand. He was teaching here, but nowadays he almost retired from his job and retiring here. So I have 3 different flutes made in different parts of the world, and this one is made in Ladakh. This is twin flute. This is called sakling, made by a person in Ladakh. The name of the village is Sturbuchan, and he is equal age of Dubum Rinpoche, I think. So for getting blessing, I will play the tune in both 4 flutes. Though I'm not a good flautist, I'm just a learner. Anyway, please forgive me if I make some mistakes. Emahom potkirik tunj galvestan bazin Rigjun kajin chantup chot pashko Chadu kinla spelverin poche, dobu mutulku la me japtan sho. Emaho potki tung galvestan bazin, Rigjun kajing changchuk chot pashko. Chadu kinla spelverin poche, Ordobum tulku la me japtan sho. Emaho potki riktung skalvestan badin, Rigjun kajing changchuk chot pashko. Chadu kinla spelverin poche, Ordobum tulku la me japtan sho. Dhanyavadam. Turjes Nuna Chechi. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay. Sujay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
We have with us Miss Alicia Bulgari, who will be joining us from Rome, Italy for Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all those who organized this beautiful event. And thank you for inviting me. I feel truly fortunate to be able to attend from distance, from Italy, to this beautiful program and to be able to celebrate life with all of you. Having known Rinpoche Lama Dabum Turku for some years now, I have been fortunate several times to be able to participate to beautiful events that were organized by the World Buddhist Culture Trust. And many of these were actually hosted by or organized in collaboration with the India International Center. So I'm very happy to catch a little glimpse of it today because I have very beautiful memories of this beautiful place. So each of them was very special, and today's one is particularly special because it is on a very special day, Rinpoche's birthday. I am unfortunately empty-handed and I have no particular skills. One thing that I can do though is maybe represent or speak up for those who are just simple recipients today of the many gifts that we received of music, of recitation of auspicious verses, of mantra chanting, and of poetry. All these come with many blessings. So here today, all I can do is express gratitude for being here with you and for all these precious gifts that we received. Thank you very much, and happy birthday, Rinpoche.
Thank you. And in the end, I would request Lama Dubum Tulku to kindly speak a few words.
I would like to thank everybody and many people are present. Actually, many other people are here present virtually. More people are present in spirit, I would say. And I would like to thank especially our collaborator, IIC, India International Center. I have been organizing programs, mainly art and culture, sometimes religious also, with IIC for maybe about 4 decades now. And whenever I approach them, their collaboration is available. So many wonderful presidents, directors, secretaries have come. By the way, I received a beautiful message from the director, Mr. Srivastava, this morning, wishing me well. So I thank IIC, which is now grown bigger and both in size and the style of functioning, but their relationship with me is never changed. So those presidents and chairpersons, secretaries, etc., they were all very nice. But for me, personally, at working level, IIC means Pamela and now Tete. Tete is present here. She's very busy these days, but she managed to come here. Thank you, Tete. I thank all the departments, committees, etc. of IIC. And I'm very happy that I managed to communicate with my overseas friends, Venerable Olande Ananda ji, Alessia Bulgari ji, Ken Jamspel ji, Sonam Rinchen ji, and many others. Here in this small hall also I see many known faces. I would like to make a special mention of few of our core group, what I call. We have a core group for the management. It's yet to start, but we have launched it, of academic retreat. I see Kumudji and I see Ranjanji, of course, Kiranji, and Professor Vora he said he will come, but he stays in university area, so it's a bit difficult. And I don't see. Paulo? Oh, Vinaji. Yeah, Vinaji. You manage to hide behind something always. Anyway, okay. My co-group member, and especially Sudha Mahiji, thank you for giving me this beautiful concept and wording, title. It's what is it called? Yeah, it's the Bansuri means flute. Stotra means hymn, singing of, praise, and celebrating the way of breath. Actually, some people said, happy birthday to me. Actually, they should have said, happy birthday. Anyway, so what else? I think that's all. And I have to make mention of few people. Chungela. We have P.P. Srivastavaji here. He's very senior retired government officer. And as soon as I came to Delhi, he was very helpful. Whenever I face, administrative and other problems, I seek his help. And then I requested to him to be on the board. Where's Chunki? Kadakirta. So later on I requested him to be board on that place where I was working. And he's still fit and alert. I noticed him chanting the Sanskrit stotras along with the artist, right? So his birthday is coming after a few years. You will be what year? 87. 87. 88. This is, I have to take this wonderful you managed to run away. So, she's very busy running a class these days. She said, I will come. People run away quickly.
He was so it.
Huh? Finally, Sadhanaji. Program where okay. That's all. That's all. Now it's for tea. You also join tea outside. Thank you. Tea outside.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ganeshji, Ujitji, Rinpoche would like to honor you. Ganesh Singh, आइए.
Ganesh.
Ujit ji, Ujit. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to kindly join us outside for high tea. But before that, we have the birthday cake. We have a birthday cake. The Rinpoche is saying, please don't sing the birthday song. But we'd like to witness him cutting the cake. Yes, we'll sing the birthday song.
So, Sonam Rinchen La, you are now in Thailand, is it?
Yes, Venerable, I'm in Thailand right now. International Buddhist College, Sadao Songla.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where is that? In